welcome to today's Big Brother Over the Top updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Brandon Ditmar. Thanks so much for your support. You're awesome. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, I'm going to warn you guys right now. This is a long one, as I'm sure you've already noticed. But please stick around for the whole thing, because I promise you it's going to be worth it. The feeds were freaking nutso today. Well, last night into today. Oh my gosh. Alright, so anyway, Krissie and Alex were talking yesterday afternoon about her care package. Krissie gets to save a friend this week. So, you know, she's trying to work with Alex because she wants to make sure her butt doesn't end up on the block, because even though she gets to save somebody, it doesn't guarantee her safety. So they're discussing how there's pretty much 4 people at risk this week. You've got Shane, Danielle, Justin, and Jason. Obviously, Alex is going to go after the other side of the house. I kind of want to start calling them the others. Okay, so Krissie's like, well, I'm not going to use it on the showmance because I don't want to have to choose between the two of them. That would be really weird and awkward, and she doesn't want to deal with it. So Alex is pushing her towards using it on Jason. She's like, America's going to like that, you know, just stick with that. Because Alex is not going after Jason anyway, and this will be a good excuse for her to not put him up. So then Alex is telling Krissie, I want to make a big move this week, aka break up Shane Yale. So she lets Krissie know, like, if you do this and you use it on Jason, I'm not going to put you up this week. But that's not enough for Krissie. She wants her and whoever she saves to be safe next week, because she's worried that, you know, this is going to put a target on her because it's going to make it look like she's, like, in this duo with somebody. Alex can't guarantee you safety for next week. That's not how it works. But Alex is like, I'll see what I can do. Alright, so then Shane is campaigning to Krissie about the care package power. He's like, hey, can you save Danielle? And his reasoning is that it'll mean there will be at least 2 solid votes for their side with the eviction vote this week, because they'll have Danielle and then himself. This is not a package deal, but he seems to think that he'll be safe this week because he's close with Monty, and Monty is friends with Alex. No. The sad thing is that Monty feels that way too. He thinks that Shane should be safe. Alex is not going to put up with that crap, okay? This is her HOH. But anyway, Krissie is like, I don't know, I think that Jason is in more trouble than Danielle. I think that I should use it on him. So they move this conversation to the lounge room. Danielle joins them, and she's also like, hey, can you use it on me? So she's saying America probably voted me out last week. You know, they were probably the vote against me. So they're probably going to nominate me this week. And Krissie's like, no, America's not going to want to split up a showmance so early on in the game. So then Jason, after last season, they might, bless you. So then Jason comes in, and Krissie's like, I think it's going to be best for me to use it on you. She's just rolling around, don't worry. So she's telling Jason, like, I'm probably going to use it on you, and he's like, oh, okay. So then, you know, this group continues talking, and they're trying to figure out the best way to keep all of them safe this week. So they're going to try and convince Alex to put Monty up on the block. Good luck with that. Even though Alex is not all gung-ho about Monty and she feels like she can't really trust him, he is a number for her side. She's not going to want to get rid of him this early on. But they're thinking like, well, she wants to make a big move. I don't know. And they're hoping even if Alex doesn't put him up, maybe America will. You know, maybe Monty or Morgan will end up on the block. They still don't even realize that Morgan and Alex are sisters. It's crazy. Alright, so then Krissie and Justin are whispering in the Tokyo room, and they're saying, you know, Shane and Danielle are campaigning really hard to get her to use the safety on them. They're out there for themselves. They don't care about the rest of the group. And Justin's just like, they're fake asses and I don't trust them anymore. So then, you know, this whole late night group is really kind of splitting up here. It's getting a little ugly. So Justin has a similar conversation with Jason. He's like, I just want to let you know that Krissie told me she's probably going to use it on you, and I'm cool with that, for sure, for sure. But Justin's like, you know what? As much as I don't really like Monty, I would put up Shane and Danielle before him, because he sees right through their shit. But he's saying, I'm going to play it cool. Cool. And Jason's like, yeah, we're still friends with them. So they're definitely on to Shane and Danielle. They feel like they can't really work with them at this point, but they gotta do what they gotta do. Alright, so last night Big Brother gave the house guests some sort of like giant croquette, oh my god, who am I? A giant croquet / golf set. Really, it's a lot. To practice, I guess for an upcoming competition, is it going to be Power Veto or HOH? I'm thinking POV because I don't think they'd give it to them this early if it was for HOH. But anyway, they've got this giant croquet mallet and they have to hit the foam ball into a bucket. Alright. Okay, so then they had the live diary room sessions last night, and I'm not going to bore you with details from everybody's diary rooms, but if you got the time, it's definitely worth it to flash back, because it is interesting to get some insight from these people. So here are the questions, just so you know what to expect if you do want to go back. How do you feel about Cornbread being evicted? Awesome. How do you feel about the outcome of the HOH comp? How does the outcome of the HOH affect your gameplay this week? How has your strategy changed since your last live DR session? What do you think about America's Care Package, Contents, and Power? They should have combined this with the next one because everybody was answering the next one with that. Are you happy with the recipient of the care package? So, like, yeah. Who are you hoping will be nominated? Who do you think will be nominated? And do you have anything else that you want to tell America? No? Okay, so then Scott and Shelby were strategizing in the kitchen, and Scott was like, I really want Justin out this week, but I'm gonna do what Alex wants. It's her HOH. At least he's not Montying out, right? He's like, Alex can make her own decisions. Okay. So then, Scott was talking about how he told Krissie that he wants her to use the care package on Jason and save him. And Shelby's like, well, I kind of want to confront Jason and ask him if he's being real with me and ask him, like, which one of your faces am I talking game with? Because she's been hearing a lot that Jason is talking crap about her behind her back, but then they're all, like, buddy-buddy to each other's faces. So Scott's like, no, don't do that. Don't burn any bridges so early on in the game. And he's telling Shelby, I want you to play the middle like I am. And Shelby's like, no. She's not into that. She wants to stick with her girls. She does not want to play the middle. And he's like, no, you should do it. Like, I want to go to the end with you, which he did confirm in his live DR. He said he wants to go to the final two with her or Alex potentially. But Shelby must be thinking like, hell no, I don't want to play like Scott. Everybody's talking about him right now. He is not playing a good game so far. So then Krissie and Alex meet again in the HOH. Krissie has her decision now, apparently. I mean, there's still time left, but Krissie's like, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to use my care package to save Jason. And she's like, Alex, this will help you too because you won't have to put him up. You know, because it's kind of like you have to almost put Jason up at this point because he is the only vet. But this is kind of giving Alex an out and America won't be mad at her. So Alex is like, I'm cool with that. Thanks for telling me. So then Krissie goes on to talk about how she thinks that Monty has a problem with Jason because he's gay, and she's like, Monty has made some questionable comments saying like that Jason was staring at him when he came out of the bathroom and his pants were still like not zippered up or something. What? Okay, so Alex is like, well, I hope that's not the case, but you never know. Maybe he is homophobic. We don't know. All right, so Alex agrees to keep Krissie safe this week. We have so many other crazy things to talk about. Lulu, please stop. It's distracting. All right, so this is where things start to really take off here. Krissie, Shane, and Scott were talking in the kitchen. They're going through different scenarios for nominations, for voting this week. And Krissie's like, how would you vote if blah, 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 blah were on the block? And Scott reveals that he made a deal with Alex this week. He was like, if Alex keeps me safe, I told her that I'll vote however she wants. And he says this is a 1 week thing, but I'm not going to go back on that promise. So Krissie's like, oh, really? Well, what if America puts Monty up on the block? What are you going to do then? Because, like, this could be one of our only chances to take him out. And Scott's like, well, I can't break my word this early on. So Krissie's just like, what? All right, fast forward a little bit. Krissie, Shane, and Scott have moved their conversation to the hammock. And Krissie's like, I'm going to tell you straight up, I feel like I can't trust you right now, Scott, because you're working both sides. Is your allegiance to us only week to week? Like, what's going on here? Is this a long-term thing or what? So she's like, I'm going to have to adjust what information I'm sharing with you because I don't know if I can trust you. And you could tell that Scott's just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, what have I done? So then Shane is like, all right, Scott, what would you do if I was up on the block and they told you to vote me out? And Scott says, sorry, Shane. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Holy shit. Okay. So then Krissie starts going on this tirade about how if Scott votes against that group, he's going to be going against America. Basically, you're saying F America. And Scott is like, whoa, don't be putting words in my mouth. I never said F America. And he's saying, I did say, you know, I'm going to play my game regardless of what America thinks. I'm not going to base my whole strategy on, like, their thoughts, which it almost seemed like the first week he was going to do that, and I still think he kind of is, because he's all like, I want to go to the end with Jason, but not final two, you know, I just want to keep him around so I can use him for his popularity or whatever, but he's freaking out now. So then, later on last night, the late night crew were all talking crap about Scott, and they were like, America, please nominate him. Jason is saying that Scott is like Ronnie from season 11. I'd have to agree with him. He's playing way too hard, and it is catching up to him. So, this morning, details of the Krissie, Scott, Shane discussion were spreading throughout the house like freaking, not even wildfire, but like a venereal disease. I don't know, pick one. It was gross. So, you know, everybody's finding out that Scott told the other side that Shane and Danielle are the targets this week, and that he told people that he would vote out Shane. So eventually it even gets back to Alex, and she's just like, what the F is he doing? Like, why is he telling everybody our plans? Why is he saying that he's going to vote with us? Like, what's going on? We'll come back to that. 1 p.m. It's time for the have-not reveal. So they go inside, and there's a bucket of slop waiting on the table, and the house guests find out that America voted for Monty, Morgan, and Scott to be have-nots this week. So they're going to be eating slop. There was no extra food provided, so it's slop and, like, condiments. And then they're going to be taking cold showers and sleeping in the have-not room. So then it was time for the have-not room reveal. We already saw the pictures of it. Haunted house theme. I love it. They've got these, like, trampoline beds, and they're like, oh, this isn't that bad. They got those sweet-ass Halloween blankets from Target, the fleece ones. I want one of those. Okay. So then, Scott starts gathering his things in the London room, and he's, like, crying, and he's like, oh my God, over half the house hates me, and I thought I could trust Shane, I guess not, and he's saying that Shane abandoned him and Monty. You freaking told Shane to his face that you'd vote him out! I mean, really? So then, this is, oh my God, if that wasn't crazy enough, there's a whole another layer that's about to be added to it, and this stuff, like, is an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, because it all ends up meeting and, like, winding up together towards the end, and it's nuts. Okay, so Danielle tells Justin about this comment that Monty made about him. Apparently somebody asked where Justin gets his clothes, and Monty was like, oh, he probably steals them. Oh shit. Okay, so he, like, said it as a joke, but there's some, like, context there. It's just, like, not good. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna come back to that, but they're all pretty much hanging out in the kitchen. A few of them are outside. A light bulb blows in the kitchen, and there's, like, glass falling on the floor and falling on Shelby. And the house guests were sent outside for a lockdown so Big Brother could replace it and clean up and everything. And when they get outside, the tension is freaking boiling over. So Monty comes outside and reports, because we didn't see this exact thing on the feeds. Monty reports that Justin just said, F you, get the F out of here. Like, the real thing, obviously. I'm censoring all the F-bombs. So then Monty's like, I hope he throws a punch so he's expelled. Oh, I don't stand for that shit. Alright, so then Justin comes outside. We did see this. And Justin's like, don't look at me, look the other way. Suck a dick. then Monty is just like, I have no idea why he's upset. Like, why is he coming at me like this? It was really suck a dick. It was great. So then everybody's kind of hanging out like in the patio area in the backyard. Justin is off on his own working out. He's praying. He's like, Lord, give me strength. So then the lockdown is over. Whenever you laugh, I can't stop laughing. The lockdown is over after 20 minutes or so. Everybody's still outside except for Justin and Scott. Scott goes into the house to like cry by himself. Justin, I think, like got called to the diary room or something. So everybody else is trying to figure out what happened. They're like, why did Justin freak out at you, Monty? What's going on? But like half the house knows that it was the clothing comment and nobody opens their mouth. So it turns into, oh, Scott must be feeding some crazy stuff to Justin. He's been going around the house talking to everybody. He's probably telling Justin that Monty's a racist and like all this stuff. So then, you know, they're going crazy. You know, Scott becomes the scapegoat. So Neeley is like, all right, we need to iron this mess out. So she's talking to Monty. She's like, just to clarify, you're not a racist, right? And Monty's like, oh, no, of course not. Which, I mean, obviously he's going to say that. I'm not saying that Monty's a racist, but you really think he's going to say, yes, I am. He has said, you know, some questionable comments, not just race-related, but, like, all across the board. So he's like, if anything, Justin's sexism is what pisses me off. I got 2 sisters, I got a little niece, and blah, 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 blah. And Neely's like, okay, fine, like, I get that. I get that you're upset about that. Okay, so then switch out Monty for Justin. Monty goes to the diary room, Justin comes back outside, and Justin explains to everybody that he was upset because he heard about the clothes comment, and it wasn't cool. So they're, you know, talking everything out. Monty comes back outside after his DR, and they clear things up. They're like, you know what? It's all good. They ask Monty again, are you a racist? Are you a homophobe? They bring up some, you know, he said some things about Jason and stuff. That wasn't cool. And he's like, no, I don't have any prejudices. Fine. So Justin and Monty shake hands. They hug. And Justin's like, it's all good, man. One love. For sure, for sure. All right. So then the whole house starts talking about Scott again, who is crying in the house by himself because America voted for him to be a have-not. He assumes he's going to be the 3rd nominee this week. He's like, oh shit, I screwed up. So everybody's like, we should just get Scott out of here. Like, it might be a good time to do it. So then a little while later, Danielle finally tells Monty why Jason was upset. Justin was upset. She's like, yeah, so I told him about that clothes comment you made. And Monty's like, that was a joke. And, but he's like, it's fine. But then he starts talking about how, like, it wouldn't be a big deal if, like, a black person said it. Just stop, Monty. Just. All right. So, after all that, the safety ceremony, the first safety ceremony is tonight. It's gonna be interesting. So make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you check out tomorrow's spoiler, because I'm sure all this fallout with the Scott drama and everything is gonna be insane. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love.